Welcome, everybody, to Saves Together, a podcast about playing games together. Whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time, it doesn't matter how, it only matters that it's together because...
When you save together, you stay together.
This is episode 14.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be surprised when I get it right every time. I'm getting better, though. I think I'm... Like, that was actually, I remembered. I don't have it written
better
down.
At counting up by one. Good
And
job.
the topic for today is... Human Fall Flat. But before we get to that, I'm Craig McGowan, and this
Grace Novak.
is Grace Novak. She had to say the is, but she didn't.
You usually say it for me.
And this is
Grace Novak.
what are you doing? What have you been
What
playing?
am I doing right now?
What are you doing right this second? What are you playing right now in your head?
In my head, I have like that, like that Tetris effect. They talk about that, but I used to get it with Elite Beat Agents, and I at some point was like very obsessed with that game, and when I would close my eyes before bed, I would see like the little bubbles popping in my
So are you having flashbacks right now?
No, I just thought about that when you asked me, but no, I'm still playing Octopath Traveler, slowly and surely chipping away at every little story step.
How fun is that?
It's getting less fun, Craig.
Oh.
I'm 60 hours in now.
Wow.
But I just want to beat it. I'm the kind of person that once I get far enough, especially in a JRPG, and the combat is fun and doable, I'm going to beat the game. Even if, I don't care anymore.
You said the combat is what?
Fun and enjoyable. And doable.
Is what?
Fun.
And?
Enjoyable.
Is that what you call that?
Yes. What's not fun is the formulaic going through each part of the stories for each character. That's the part that becomes tedious. It's not because of the combat. The combat keeps it afloat. But because you're doing the same steps every time, it becomes like, okay.
So wait, I don't even know what you're referencing. So I know you go back to get the other characters, and then what, you have to do the same fights again?
No, basically, each character has 4 parts of their story, and you do one at a time, okay? You have your party of 4. And each part of the story, basically, formulaically, is the same. You have a little story time, you go through a dungeon, and you fight a boss. That's it. Every single time, they never break from that formula. That's the part that's like, yeah, we get it, that, they're beautiful areas, the combat's fun, but I wish they would change it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as gameplay or story-wise.
Well, what's on the horizon then?
You weren't listening.
I was totally listening. I just don't care about that game.
I also just recently got in the mail Trails of Cold Steel 2.
And also, though?
Ys 7?
I don't know the number.
This is my first Ys game.
I just want people to know you have 3 JRPGs on the docket.
What's the third one?
Well,
Dark Cloud also.
Oh, also that. You have 4. I guess it's not on the docket. It's on deck currently.
Backlog on deck, yeah. Yeah, the next one I'm playing is Trail. Yeah, I have a lot of JRPGs. I'm a big JRPG fan.
Wild.
It is wild. What about you?
What about me?
What are you playing?
Gravity Rush 2. This is the first game I have ever dropped to easy just cuz.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first game? That's surprising.
Just cuz. Usually I go, fuck, I can't do it, and then I drop it, right? This, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not really here for, combat.
Is it because, you're growing up now and, you realize you don't need, what's the point?
I think a little bit. Where this game is not, for me, this game is not about challenge, doing the trial missions, or, it's not about, I just want to see this really weird, unique world.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that's cool that, I don't know, maybe this is a new leaf for me. Where, hey,
Animal
screw
Crossing
it.
New Leaf.
This is an Animal Crossing New Leaf for me where, I don't know, I'm just going to put it on easy.
I respect that.
I have no reason. I wasn't struggling. I was actually kind of like, this is easy in normal mode, but...
I'm all for it, man. Especially if the combat doesn't give you a reason to want to get better at it necessarily.
There's nothing that's, pushing me forward except for seeing the story and, characters and just flying around the world, so... Why not just make it easy on myself and have it end a little bit quicker with maybe less frustration? Because I do have, at the end of this month, multiple things are coming out. Like Shenmue.
Wait, when does Shenmue 3 come out? Oh,
It's the end of
Shenmue
this-
1 and 2,
one
you
and
mean?
two.
You're going to replay those? I thought you were just going to look at it and be like, wow, I have Shenmue 1 and 2, that's so great.
I'm at least going to try. I don't know if I'll beat them again. I've played them a lot, both. I'm at least going to start one and be like, oh my god, and go in the combinis and fucking play the games and, pet the cat. But then, it probably does it's probably difficult. It's probably hard to go back to.
Right.
And then I'm going to put in 2, because that one I like better, but maybe also I'll see the cracks now that I'm not 12. Anyway, then there's also Divinity Original Sin. Then there's also No Man's Sky. I'm
Oh
still
yeah.
playing Sea of Thieves, so I was like, you know what? Gravity Rush is cool. I like this. Let's just get
But
it
you don't
over
need to
with.
spend
Let's just get it
60
over with.
hours like I am.
Yeah, that's why. Wow, you have 4. You're gonna be playing games
But I
till
told myself
2020.
I'm only buying one game a month until the year ends because I have so much I need to play. So, hey, let's talk about Human Fall Flat.
All right, let's do it. Developed by No Breaks Games and published by Curve Digital, Human Fall Flat was released for Windows, Linux, Mac, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It came to the PC Computer Collection on July 22nd of 2016, and then a whole almost year later, it came in May 2017 to PS4 and Xbox One, and then like half a year later, it came to the Switch. So, what would you say the genre of Human Fall Flat is?
Wiggly Woggly Spaghetti Men.
All right,
Does
all
that
right.
sound good to you?
I'm trying to decide if that it's both very descriptive and very nondescript as well. So I can't decide if that's a great.
You know, I'm against genre titles in general. I think genres should be broken down and no one should talk about them ever again. I think it's too easy a fallback of description of a thing, a movie, a book, a game.
So when you're gonna try to get me to play a game, how are you
hmm
gonna sell it to me?
Wiggly Woggly Spaghetti Men.
So that's the genre.
No, it's just a description. Why does it
I
have to
wouldn't
be a
play some. If you
genre?
came to me and said Wiggly Waggly Spaghetti Man, I'd be like, I'm good.
And then I'd say, well, thank you for your time, sir. I will be going on my way.
Bye bye.
I don't need you to play the game that I'm
I'm
trying.
saying genres exist to help classify and label things, not to stick them with a cat, not to say if it's this, it must be this. It's not a hard and fast script. It's not a rule.
But I think that people treat it like a rule, and
So
that's why movies like horror movies get shafted in the box office because, they won't go to Get Out because it's a horror movie, but Get Out is so much more than a horror movie, you know
but
what I'm
if
saying?
if you know that it has slightly scary imagery in it, or it might make you uncomfortable, you don't want to go. So you like to know, I'm good.
But
It
see, genre is also the reason I don't go to any action movies because
right
I've
and
determined action movies I'm not into, but then I miss out on some action movies that may be good, like Mission Impossible Fallout.
and John Wick and all the Marvel
Right,
movies
right. So did
and
you see? No, I watch all the Marvel movies. Anyway, my point
try to
is,
cut that out if you
I'm
can.
right and you're wrong.
Okay. Anyways, this is a 3D platforming puzzle game with wiggly waggly spaghetti men.
That's right.
Let's get to the co-op factors of the game. What type of co-op was it?
It could be online or local, I think.
I don't think it was online yet, because aren't they adding that online mode?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't remember. Remember our news the last time they did something with the 8 people, and that was online.
We
But we
played
played
couch.
couch co-op split screen.
Mm-hmm.
Shared loot. No, no loot at all.
No.
There's a lot of these we're probably gonna, well, maybe not.
No collectibles.
Friendly fire?
Debatable.
Yeah.
You can attach
Oh,
yourself to others like in Gang Beasts.
that reminds me.
In fact, this game looks like it's Gang Beasts.
Oh yeah, here's here's the best descriptor of what it is. Looks like Gang Beast.
Looks
Doesn't
like
play
and
like it.
plays kind of like Gang
Doesn't
Beasts. Close enough that people could
the
mistake it for Gang Beasts.
but the overarching what you're doing is not Gang Beast at all. You're not
Well,
fighting
yeah, the
each other.
context of the game is not Gang Beasts, but I'm saying like the whole moving your arms and attaching it to things and feeling like you have no control over your little spaghetti man body.
Yeah, and like they're little drunk babies also, like
That's right.
the same art style almost. I'm surprised there wasn't a crossover.
Yeah, it feels weird. It feels almost like a little
Did one of you
plagiary.
did one of you do something you don't want to admit?
I don't know. It's weird.
But talking about friendly fire, it reminded me we're adding a section to this co-op factors here, or maybe just expanding friendly fire. Interruptive actions, things like when you reach the edge of the screen and it forces me to the edge of the screen, or when you go in a menu and it warps me to where you are, or just pauses my thing. So friendly fire can sort of also, maybe not, maybe they are separate. Because in this game, I can lift you up and pull you and hit you with stuff, and you know what
Yeah,
I
it's
mean?
definitely separate.
Okay, separate those things.
And this game, yeah, and this
That's
game does
true.
not have interruptive actions really, besides finishing the level, but you want to finish the level anyway, so that's never really an issue.
Yeah, you're working together to get to the end of the level. Separate mode or full. I think that was the full. That was the
It
levels.
was, but and you can tell that it's not designed that to be that way though, not necessarily. But
True.
then we were wondering, during some challenges, like some challenges, it was clearly like, oh, we could cheese this because we have two people, and some are like, how in the world do you do this with one person? So I don't know. I don't really know what the purpose of the design was as far as if one person can get through it alone or if two people are meant to get through it.
True. I remember sometimes it'd be stuff essentially like you threw me across a gap, and it was like, well, okay.
Or I would just walk through a door and you would stand on the button instead
Oh
of
yeah,
getting the box
right.
to put on the button. But then there was things that are like, I have no idea how one person can accomplish this.
The big claw swinging thing on the I don't even know how to describe this. It's like a pillar with then a movable rotating thing on it, and
Mhm.
one person has to rotate it while another person stands on the thing to trigger other stuff, like to bump into stuff.
Right.
So I don't know how the hell.
This game was wild, man. This
Yeah.
game was two little constructor dudes going around the world and like trying to use machines in the most clumsy, fucked up way possible. And it was extremely frustrating. But we
Wait,
somehow beat this
I
game,
think
which was shocking to me.
I think
It
it
was
was
shocking that we beat this game.
I think it was extremely frustrating.
It did get fun. After the first really frustrating part, I was like, okay, I think you can kind of do most of the challenges.
Yeah. Quickly to run through this. Do we play with random people? No. There's no interruptive actions. Competitiveness of the co-op? Nothing
No,
really at
not
all. There's
really,
not
but
even.
just for ourselves, we would like, grill each other on who could get across the gaps first. Like
Yeah.
that was
There would be swinging
swinging
like a
puzzles.
lamp you had to swing on and jump and grab it.
I remember
And
this
so
one.
you really only one person can really go at a time if you don't want to risk anything. And it would be fun to just talk shit because like I'm a better swinger than you. There was one that took us like 20 minutes.
Yeah, these levels we would do like one level a night, and they weren't even that long. It was just some of the challenges would take us an hour to get through.
And strategy tactics almost none in the sense that
Not a lot,
we talked about what we had to do to solve the puzzle, but it was just that's what we did.
right?
That's the strategy. Okay, our normal experience.
As far as our normal experience, yeah, I would say that this game was hard. It was hard the entire time, basically, but it was kind of hard at some points where some points were a little bit easier, so that made it easier to get through.
There was the second or third level, the boat level.
Fuck that level.
That's the level that we were like, this game's actually bad. Like we
Oh,
finished
right.
it
I
and we
forgot. The
said,
rest of the levels were actually not even close to as bad as the boat level.
nope. That's why it's a weird thing where I thought after that day, after that play session of the boat level, I
We
thought
almost gave
no,
up
yeah,
at that point.
I thought no, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. And then we played the next level and it was really fun. And then the rest of them were all really
What
fun.
level was the raft on? That was the boat level still.
What's
Yeah, it
the raft?
was.
You mean that you open in the canoe and you can't fucking pedal the
No, the
stupid?
raft, like you have to stand on it and get the little hook
Oh
off.
God, yeah, that's
The problem with the boat level is, like I said, you're a gang beast like person trying to control machinery to do things for you so you can get across the level. And for some reason, this level decides to have boats that you have to use, and the first boat you get in is a paddle boat. So you pick up the oar, and there's literally no way to use this that
yeah.
makes sense.
You have to just move the sticks to move your arms, and you know you can sort of get it in the water.
Yeah,
And
but then it falls, and it's
yeah,
impossible to get back, and then the boat's out in the water, and it's like, fuck this,
and like
dude.
I
Like,
think, did it end up being that I hung on to the edge while you rode in the boat, and I
I
just
don't know.
walked, and we moved like one
Yeah, it
centimeter a
was.
minute?
We cheesed it because it was just so stupid, and there
And
was no way you could figure out. I mean, maybe if you like really thought about it and tried really hard, but
I don't know, but it's I think this is the only level that was broken to the
that felt like it
experience.
wasn't. Yeah, yeah.
Because the rest of it, it's very fun to do all that. Like try to get this plank and bring it up some stairs
Mm-hmm.
so you can make a plank walkway. And like, you know, you're just these you two drunk uncles just throwing stuff at each
Right.
other and
That's the
like
fun of it. Trying to do tasks which could be simple if this game had real
it's
controls, but it doesn't.
yeah,
So
it's like here use
there was something very
y-
satisfying to completing those
yeah,
challenges.
like use your stupid fingerless meat hands and just flap at things and then it will work and it's going to be awesome. There's a level where you drive big heavy machinery, big
The
trucks.
big truck up the hill, and
Yeah,
you get
and
the
like it
coal
was so the two controls are
like a
one
lever.
throttle goes forward or backwards, so speed level, so you have to like control it that way, and one goes left and right. So one of us is like slowly nudging the thing, and like you could accidentally bump your stick too much and push the thing and go right off a cliff, and then when the other person's pulling left and right and like I don't know, it was very fun for me. Like I wanted more at the end of this. After the 7 levels, I think there's only 7.
Yeah.
I was like, Oh, it's over?
Yeah, me too. Because I think this game also did a good job at keeping it up variety wise. It wasn't the same every level. There were very, very different challenges. So like, there was some swinging, there was trucks, there was the boats, there was moving cranes. I mean, there was putting coal in a thing. It was like endless, the
Yeah.
ideas that they had. So it was really cool.
And there was a lot of really cool jumping puzzles. I don't know what these are called, but it's like in a 3D
Platforming.
platformer
It's platforming.
where, right, yeah, exactly, where you have to get the jump correctly. Now in Uncharted, you don't really, you just, Nathan Drake just jumps the jump.
Well, Uncharted is not a platformer.
No, I know, but I associate them because when I think of these types of jumps, I think of Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. This game is like a PC game in like '98. It had a lot of sections that were the most fun sections for me were the back up to the edge of the wall on like a rock, run at the edge of the rock and jump at the right
Oh,
time
yeah.
and
And then
catch the thing. And a lot of action games now, the jumps feel a little bit like just jump, just go. Like
mhm.
even if you do get to decide when the jump happens, it still feels like, that was easy. Mirror's Edge has the kind of thing I like, where it's like, shit, I jumped too early, I jumped too late, whatever.
And the
Um,
one important mechanic that the other only other important mechanic as far as what you do with your body is pulling yourself up on cliffs. So there's a lot of running with your hands in the air, jumping off the cliff, and then trying to catch the ledge and pull yourself up.
Dude, I love
It's
this
just,
game. I like
it's
just the
really
imagery
funny.
just flashed back into my head of just us running in the our butts are waddling. We're running as fast as we can and we're just jumping and we're supermaning because our
Yeah,
hands
because
are
it's
up.
easier to it's easier to start doing it at the beginning than like throw your hands up in the middle of your jump.
So it's just these two pastel colored shadowless
I was in
blobs
a
of
red
meat
jumpsuit the whole time.
running, wiggling with their hands in the air. Oh my god, this game's great.
Yeah, it
I
was
want to play it again.
surprisingly really really funny and entertaining and like challenging but not in the way besides the boat level that we wanted to immediately give up.
Yeah, I was thinking, do you think there's two options here. Did we get good or is the boat level bad?
The boat level seems bad to
And
me.
and yeah, as I thought about it, I was like, oh, the boat level's bad.
Yeah, it's just too janky, too uncontrollable. And what's the problem with it also is that the punishment and consequences are just too big for messing up where the other ones you could easily reset. This one, the boat is just in the middle of the water and you're done. You have to reset the whole thing. And it's just I don't want to go to the checkpoint every time that happens.
Yeah, and there's another spot in the boat level that involves a raft. This is the one you mentioned.
This
A
one took us
chain,
forever.
a chain connecting the raft to the land, and the raft's in the water, obviously. And you lift the chain off the land and you start to go. And then you have to like you have to ride that for a second. Happen to catch this metal hook thing, get that metal hook up on another thing, bring it over, get the ring on top of this platform. It was way too much. And then like one person has to drag the boat, I think, or maybe
I think what was impressive about this game were the puzzles were not hand-holdy whatsoever, and they were all physics-based puzzles. So nothing was pointing out to you what you needed to do. So a lot of times, like with this raft one, we're like, is this even the right
yeah,
solution?
right. Like we might have just there's a 5% chance we did that level completely wrong and it's actually obvious.
Yeah, but I think there's something fun about the idea of finishing a level, just like figuring it out. I don't know. I guess I'm saying this is like obvious to people who play puzzle games. I don't play a lot of puzzle games, so when I actually solve puzzles on my own, I'm like shocked by this. I don't like puzzle games.
And it was immediately after we finished the game, we watched a speed run just to see.
Oh yeah, it's
And
pretty
like
funny the way
even
they do
that
it.
is kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it's not I don't think I could go speed run this game, but it's like, oh, you could do that. Where
Yeah, you could. There's a lot of solutions, I think, to some of the problems.
yeah, which I think is cool. And it's
Yeah.
just cuz it's just physics. It's just like here's a ball, put it in a hole, go.
Right, right.
Something I do not like is the music.
Oh my god, I forgot about the music is so
The music's
bad.
like I'm sorry,
The
but the
music
music's
is
bad.
the music makes me feel
Mm,
like they didn't even like I'm just wondering what they were thinking.
yeah, the music isn't maybe it's composed well and
The
it's
music
it's
is not bad.
performed
It just does
well and
not fit whatsoever with
the
the
music
game.
is like orchestral, like classical music,
It's
and
really
it's not like
funny.
funny classical, like where it's like ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum. It's not
Right.
like that kind of thing. It's like, oh, this is funny and cheeky. It's like it's
It's
just
kind
like
of
a
like you
movie
turned on the
score.
radio at 4 a.m. and you're on some like
Yeah,
unknown classical station and that's what they're playing and you're like feeling a little sick about it.
yeah, and the guy's like, and that was Botticelli's #7. And you're like, what? Um, so I really wish that the game had better funkier, funnier music
Yeah.
to go with the funky, funny gameplay.
And it was especially like bizarre because the music was not playing the whole time. It would just all of a sudden
Yeah.
chime in, play for like 5 minutes, and then be gone for like an hour. We're like, okay, that was the music, I guess.
Yeah, that was okay. That was Botticelli's The Fourth.
It was funny and weird.
And another thing, it's missing collectibles.
Yeah,
It
it would have been cooler to like collect hats or collect new outfits. You can put an outfit on your dude, but you only have so many options. They're not that interesting. I
yeah.
feel like this game could be expanded on a lot more, and it might
If
be in the future.
yeah, if there's a human fall flat too, I'm getting it right away.
Yeah, I feel, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the options for clothes too are very just worker
Construction
clothes.
worker, which makes sense because that's
Yeah,
what you are, but
but I want to be like
I want to be
I want to be a
a
spaceman.
pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wish it had punching and wrestling like Gang Beast does, because there's a
Well,
couple times where I just wanted to fucking power slam you through a wall or
that's
something
what I
like
was
that.
thinking. Like a future Human Fall Flat or an expansion on this game would have some sort of arena mode.
Yeah.
And maybe it would involve some of these machines, but you could use them to hurt each other.
Oh, yeah, like yeah.
That would be cool.
I think I like this game better than Gang Beasts. How do you
Well, I mean, Game Beast is pretty limited in what you can do besides just its one like fighting mode, but that's really funny and
But
like,
there is a co-op mode now that we should check out.
oh really?
There's a
How
couple
does that
levels
even
that have
work?
have AI enemies to fight.
Oh.
So it might not be worth doing an episode, maybe a stream or something.
Yeah, I definitely like the concept of going through puzzles with a person rather than fighting, just in general as a
Right.
game. So yeah, but I think that if they combined, that would be
But
really
yeah,
cool.
I think Gang Beasts changed a little bit too. It
Yeah.
used to be more wacky wonky, and then they kind of tried to refine the controls, and that ruined it a little bit in the
It's still
way.
funny. Well, last time I've
Oh,
seen a stream of it, I still thought it was kind of hilarious.
it's still hilarious. It's just not as random hilarious.
Hmm.
Like it feels like you can kind of make it do what you need it to do. Whereas this game has the like your arm is just behind you and you're holding on to an ice cream cone and you're reaching out to a dump truck and like you're just like I don't know. I think this game's really good. The more I'm thinking about it, I really want to go play more of it actually.
What would you rate it?
Are we there already? Wait, do we do
I'm
snacks
there.
first or do we do rating first?
Let's rate it first.
Okay, 4.458.
Yeah, I would give it a 4.5.
Yeah,
I
this
think as a
is
co-op game, this was really fun, and the only thing that sucked about it was the boat level. But I think
yeah,
we playing it together had a lot of fun doing it, and it was like something we looked forward to. Like, okay, tonight we're gonna beat this level, and it was a
right.
challenge, but we really enjoyed doing it.
It's another notch on the belt for that's the wrong word. That's the wrong
Whoa,
hyperbole, which also
excuse
might be the
me.
wrong word for the idea that all water levels are bad.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. All water levels are bad, as proved continuously by Human
video
Fall Flat
games
and other video
by
games.
video games. Snacks. Now the only one I'm excited to talk
Jelly.
about.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say Jello Jigglers. However, I think I've mentioned Jello Jigglers as a snack to play during a game
I
before.
don't think so.
No,
Mm-mm.
that seems like something I would think. I think about Jello Jigglers a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, they're awesome.
And banana bread.
Jello Jigglers. Oh, Ikezo.
Oh my god, we tried this drink at a ramen place in
It was
Chinatown.
sake, and it was on the sake menu, and it just
Yeah,
says
it's called
sake.
Ikezo, and it was peach flavored jelly suspended in sake that was bubbling. That was like like a, what am I was
Yeah,
gonna say sizzling.
it was sizzling.
Carbonated sake.
But when they set the glass down,
It was
it was
amazing.
not me who got it, by the way. It was my friend, and I just thought it was gonna be sake. He thought it was sparkling sake. I was like, oh, that's cool. She sets the glass down, and it looks like a glass of Sprite. Okay, like it's just like, oh,
No, but it
that's
clearly had stuff in it.
no, it didn't. That's the best part.
Oh, really?
He put it in his mouth, and like the look,
On his
his
face.
eyes wide, and he's like, "Ugh," because it's almost all jelly,
Oh yeah. Oh my
but
god,
it
it's
does
so
not
good.
look like it. But it's also delicious. But he was like, oh, like I don't know what just happened. So I tried it. Same reaction, even though I knew something was up, because it doesn't look like there's something in there.
It's so good.
So
We need to find it somewhere else besides
yeah.
that shop. Somewhere we
So
can buy it.
drink Kezo, eat Jello Jigglers that are in the shapes of like
And make
people
yourself a nice banana
or
bread.
construction workers. Make construction tools and then eat those out of Jello Jigglers. Anyways, let's go to the news.
Okay.
Have you ever played Surgeon Simulator?
No, I tweeted about this too.
The
Did you
co-op?
see it? Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah, there's gonna be co-op in Surgeon Simulator.
which I think that could be fun in the same vein as how Human Fall Flat was fun.
Is it expensive?
I, I don't know. It's gonna be a game. It's gonna be the price of a game.
No, well, I mean like the game itself, because if we want to try it out. How does it
Uh,
even work? Is someone
two
the
Joy
nurse?
Cons.
It's on the Switch?
Probably one hand is one hand and one hand's the other hand.
Wait, Surgeon Simulator's on the Switch?
Yeah, it's there's no time frame for it is not known,
Okay.
but I mean I'm gonna wait for that because there's probably gonna be motion controls and I could see that being slightly funny.
Definitely much better than doing it on a PC.
But that's that. They're adding co-op to that, which is pretty cool. Maybe.
I think it could be cool. And it also made me think about Trauma Center. And I was like, is there co-op in Trauma Center? Because I like Trauma Center. And I looked it up and there is a co-op mode in New Blood, which is on the Wii.
I have that.
We should play that because I've been very
We
curious
would like
about
to
that.
play. Remember those commercials?
No.
The guy comes up, he goes to families' houses with a Wii. He says, "We would like to play."
You know, they didn't even need to advertise that thing. It was sold out constantly.
But
We should try that.
yeah, we should. That sounds actually
Because
fun.
Trauma Center was always fun for me until it
But
became
didn't it
way
get?
too fucking hard.
That's what I was gonna say. Doesn't
And
it
you're
get
like,
hard?
oh, I hate this game.
What's the game that it was like
They're all like that.
ripping off, or was it the one?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. They make a
There's
bunch of
multiple Trauma Centers.
right, but they make a bunch of surgeon games.
Stripping off Operation.
Yeah, sort of. Have you ever seen kids on the train playing the iPad of like games like that?
Yeah.
Like weird shit, like pick the
Those
boogers
are
out of
like
his
Flash
nose. No, I
games.
know, I know. I'm just it just reminds me of those things.
Right.
It's like
right.
get the tweezers and like it's like
Give
you know, and random-
Elsa from Frozen foot surgery.
Yeah, let's play that.
They have like brain surgery.
Strange Brigade, the developers, announced their plans to support the game after launch with post-release content, which that's the news part of this. But I wanted to talk about Strange Brigade.
Is that the one with the 4 explorers?
It's like that 4-player adventurers in the like
Is
kind
it
of
out yet?
like the Mummy, right? Like
Yeah.
that looks like that. No, it's coming out the end of this month, and they made a video saying here's how we're gonna support it. I don't know if I'm gonna play this game or not, but I
kinda
wanted
wanna
to
try.
Yeah, I
'Cause
wanna.
I used to be in the Left 4 Dead, and that's what that reminds me of as far as like unique characters in a group of 4.
But if we're gonna do a unique group of characters in a group of 4, I sort of want to do like Deep Rock Galactic. Remember I showed you that
Yeah.
one,
How about
or
both?
Payday. Here's the end of this story. I bet we'll get to Strange Brigade when it's like $20. No
Yeah, it's
offense,
true.
no offense, Rebellion. I love you. Sniper
We
Elite
like
is
to
cool.
wait for them good old budgets. We live in NYC, and this shit ain't cheap.
So, but it's cool to see them. Maybe it's not. How do you feel about post-release content
I feel great about it.
when they announce it before the game is out?
Yeah, maybe they should keep their mouths shut.
That's how I feel about it. Like, hey, we know you're making it. Just shut up till we're already playing
But the
it.
thing is, I feel like the climate of video gaming is people already kind of expect and know that this is going to happen. This seems to be like the new norm. So it's also not a big deal that they're saying it.
And where I fall on it all is because I don't really care. I can see why people would care. I don't really care when people do that as long as it's not like years ahead of time, right? Like if it's not like
Right.
we're announcing this new game and what we'll do when you've already bought it.
You know
right?
what? I
Oh.
only really mind it when it's single player. With multiplayer, it's fine because those games have longer lifespans as far as when you get to a certain point. But for my like a good example of this is Final Fantasy 15, which I beat. I bought it when it came out and then I beat it. And then they have all this new content and I'm like, I'm not going
But
back.
you have to pay for that, right? That's one thing I should say. We were kind of
You do have to pay for it.
we were kind of ripping on the Strange Brigade one. It's free. It's free. It's free post-release
I
stuff.
guess
So that's
as
not
far
that
as
bad.
everything that's post-release, free or not free, yeah, when it comes to single player, I usually won't go back. Even if it was free, I might not go back.
But right.
But yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad it's free. I'm very
Yeah.
glad. Free
So-
is always
so-
better than costing
So
money.
them announcing it before the game's out isn't so bad
Mhm.
because it's free.
Definitely.
But even
oh,
if it
yeah.
even if it was paid, which then I can see people's complaints, but if it was paid, dude, the game's been finished and had to be pressed to discs or like released, given to. And I know it's only a month or two, but still, they're gonna keep working on it even when. So and that doesn't really bug me, but I could see why it bugs other people. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 have both been delisted from digital platforms.
Oh no.
So, have you ever played those games?
Nope.
They're like kind of like Diablo. Did you play X-Men Legends?
No.
They're kind of like Diablo, but you're X-Men Marvel characters.
Mhm.
Um,
Is that like
I'm
the
curious-
MMO?
that was Marvel Heroes.
Oh.
Similar because that was a lot like Diablo. That was a very fun game.
Everything's like Diablo to you, it seems.
No, it's top down.
I know, I'm just kidding.
It's bad because you can't play these games now. But does it mean they're releasing like an HD remake? Like
If something's delisted, does that mean you can't buy it anymore, but if you already own it, you can play it?
correct. it's you can't go buy it now.
That's weird. Why would they do that?
Because they want you to go buy the disc that they're probably gonna be putting out. That's
That's what you think.
that's my theory. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know what reason they would
Licensing
have.
deals could have ran out,
But people are still playing the game though, right? Is that
but you can't
legal?
like potentially Activision
Can't make any more
cannot.
money.
It's like, hey, our deal was
Okay, that
until
makes sense.
2018. Fucking yeah, sorry. Now I don't work in that world at all. So, but why would you ever sign deals like that? Like
Sometimes you have a choice.
like Crazy Taxi, the re-release that has the wrong song in it. Remember how upset I got about that?
Yeah,
The arcade,
well,
the Xbox
it's
Live
not
arcade
shocking
one.
that you get upset about that.
It did
It's not
not
the
have.
wrong song. It's just not the song that was in the original.
Please DM us. No, do it in public. I want people to see the support I have. Tell me how right I am that that's the wrong song for Crazy
Craig
Taxi.
does love to hear how right he is. You can go ahead and tell him.
Anyway, I don't know if you're gonna get music in your game. Why do you not like? What's the purpose of a time limited
I'm
license?
saying sometimes there is not a choice. Like sometimes when
Why?
they get why?
Yeah, like what's the
Because they
business?
want more money. I feel like we're really talking out our asses. Let's go do some research.
True.
We'll come back and report on our findings on copyright and
Everybody,
deals for licenses.
everybody, to this week's Saves Together homework. Help us all. We're all gonna learn about music licensing and licensing deals
That
and
shit
why
sounds like a mess.
Stardew Valley. Stop the presses. Stardew Valley
It's still not out for Switch for multiplayer.
is still not out for Switch, but
No, it's out for Switch, but not multiplayer.
oh yeah,
You're about
restart
to say
restart the presses. Stardew Valley has multiplayer co-op now
for PC.
for PC only. What about PS4?
I think it's just PC.
Oh, yep, it's just PC.
Mm-hmm.
We are personally waiting for the Switch version because
He's torturing me, not letting me play Stardew Valley when I'm the biggest
that is.
Harvest Moon fan in the world.
Listen, if you look up a picture, sorry, I said that wrong. If you look up Grace Novak in a dictionary, you'll see a picture of Stardew Valley.
that's how it works.
Yeah, it was going to be Stardew Valley. You'll see Grace Novak, but it works both ways. Anyways, farming games are your thing, and I'm not letting you play this till this comes out on Switch with multiplayer.
Yeah,
Because I want to play this together and have our own farm, and I think that's going to be a blast. But it's so weird. It's one guy, so it's not that weird. But man, hurry up, Chucklefish.
Yeah.
Come on, Chucklefish.
Fish.
Okay, lastly, and kind of leastly, because I don't know what to expect. What's on Wednesday again? The same day that this airs. What's also happening?
Oh, Super Smash Brothers.
Do your best. Do your best of that. I want to hear it.
Super Smash Brothers Melee. I used Melee because that was the one we played as a kid the most, so it's in my brain.
Oh, I found out, guys. Listen, this is wild. I found out that she didn't know Super Mario. That's not the name. Super Smash Brothers was a thing on the N64.
Not when I was a kid. I knew that
Right.
as an adult. I'm saying when we played Melee,
That was your first. You
that
were
was our first experience. We didn't have an N64.
and I have straight up memories of like, "Oop, hype for the Melee version of this." I was like, what the hell
No,
is
we
wrong with
found out
people?
about that game when Melee was out. So yeah, there's a direct on Wednesday, 10 a.m. EST.
Too late if you're listening to this.
That's
You missed it.
right. You missed it. Go back and watch it.
But maybe there's cool announcements.
Maybe there are.
What do
I
you
bet
think?
there is.
What do you want to see out of this direct?
Man, I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be a new character.
How many you think? I know
I think one.
Captain Sakurai said,
Sensei.
don't expect a lot of new
Right.
characters, and that really kind of bummed me out.
So what character do you think?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't.
I don't really have a dog in this fight either. I've never cared too much. It's always
Right.
just excited me no matter who it was. Although let me say, I don't really like Ridley so much as an addition.
See,
That's
yeah,
stupid to me. That
even
feels like a big joke.
I knew the meme or whatever.
Goku. They should put Goku in Smash.
Yeah, like I know all
That's
those
my
funny
meme.
jokes that people make,
Mhm.
and like I knew about why it's a big deal Ridley was in it, but like I kind of am like, I don't play Smash, hence the don't have a dog in this fight.
Some
But
people have been saying Simon Belmont from Castlevania.
ooh,
Yeah.
dude.
Which I do like.
Actually, I sort of want Rondo of Blood guy. Fuck, what's his name?
No, they wouldn't need put
I know
someone
he's too
that
random,
new.
but no, that's an older one also.
Oh,
but
oh.
it's not the
How
one.
about the guy from Ghosts and Goblins?
Barf?
and
No,
his
that's not
and
Barf.
his armor falls off.
That's not Barf. That's right. That's Sir
Right.
Barf. He drops coins. That's why I said that.
Okay.
That was River Ransom City's.
River
Yeah.
City Ransom.
Yep. Goku would be cool. Legitimately, I would be excited if they
Goku will
put.
not be in Smash Brothers.
But like, people would go crazy.
That's true, they would.
You think Kim Kardashian broke the internet? Go ahead and announce Goku in Smash Bros. Oh man, so like it's not likely that it would be Bandicoot, would it? Crash Bandicoot?
I doubt it.
But his game is coming to Switch, which is pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. So you never know. How about Spyro?
Spyro would be cool. What if it was all the people from PlayStation Battle Royale All-Star Super Smash?
Yeah, fuck that
Super
game.
Smash PlayStation.
Super Smash PlayStation can die in a hole.
I just want one arms guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's my like safe bet type thing. Like I
Maybe.
don't think it will be arms guy because it didn't sell well, but they would have been working on it before they knew it didn't sell well.
It would. I feel like that would be a good character to put in there, though.
It seems like a character they'd put in there.
How about a new Pokemon?
Who though?
Mimikyu.
Oh, I mean, is Mimikyu in Pokken Tournament?
No.
No?
No.
Are you sure? I'm gonna
No.
look that up.
But I'm
And if
pretty
he
sure
is,
he's not. No,
if he
I
is,
don't think he is a dude at all.
if he is,
I think Mimikyu only just started really getting popular because of the show.
Mimikyu's been popular with me since everything.
We have a Mimikyu plush.
I think that's it. I don't have a good suggestion. Mine are all stupid, like Goku or Bleach guy.
We'll probably be live tweeting about this. Speaking of live tweeting, you should check out
Ooh.
our Twitter. We are on Twitter at Saves Together. We basically post most of our updates there, including, any videos, video podcasts, screenshots, whatever, all of our updates. We also have an Instagram under the same name, Saves Together, and we have a Facebook page also called Saves Together. We have a YouTube. We don't have a URL yet until we have 100 subscribers, which we are 90 away from.
Wow.
Wow.
All 10 of you, I fucking love you guys.
But you can subscribe to our YouTube and find the link on our Twitter page. So go do that. Go find us all and give us some love and
rate
like
us on
our
iTunes.
shit.
That's like we have
Yeah.
to start saying that just because we're a podcast,
You can
right?
if you want. Rate us on iTunes. Leave a review. I don't know.
don't
We're on
think-
like every podcast network. A lot of
try.
them.
We try.
I literally went and Googled podcast networks you should submit to, and went one day just went through and submitted to all of them.
We're not on Spotify, and it makes me feel kind of like left out.
Spotify, you like submitted it, and they were like, okay, maybe we'll choose you.
Yeah, I
don't
know. Well, they kicked off like they kicked off Alex Jones, and I think they kick off
Oh, good.
Nazi ones too. So like,
That's very good.
so maybe we can have his slot. I was
Yeah.
thinking of sending them an email. Like, I
Like,
know you just
hey.
got a free slot. Could we maybe jump in? It's
We're
a little
really
different.
cool. We're not
It's not that.
offensive.
We're not gonna do that stuff. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Tune in next 2 weeks.
Tune in next
from now.
bi-weekly, and we'll be doing. Can we give a little teaser?
Yeah, probably
Dungeon Defenders.
No, probably Pit People.
Ooh,
Yes.
Pit People.
So go check out Pit People and
Go play it. It's like a book club. Go play. We should start doing
This
this
is
at
a
the end of
spoiler
our
for the
episodes.
next. Oh yeah, it is like a
Go
book
play
club.
Pit People. Go play Pit Club.
Go play Pit People, and then come listen to our podcast, and then you can
We
kind
can
of
all be friends.
yeah, we can all be friends.
Bye.
Bye.